Welcome back to the 21-Day Challenge. Is it even possible to become happier? Sometimes I wake up thinking there's just too much trouble and stress in the world for me to be happy. But once we understand how the mind works, we see that not only is it possible to feel peace no matter how hard the outward conditions are, but that by coming back to who we truly are, which is joy and peace, we put ourselves into the best possible position to help others. I'll recap again. Joy and happiness are who we truly are. They are actually not emotions so much as baseline states of being that we return to once our negativity dissipates. Joy and happiness are like the blue sky. We don't always see the blue sky, especially when the dark clouds of anxiety and stress obscure it, but is in fact our baseline. When we hold on to our negativity, we put ourselves into survival mind. When we anchor ourselves in the survival mind operating system, not only do we become unhappy, but we actually limit the number of brain cells that we can use to help the world and its problems. It's unfortunate that at the very time that we need to be the most intelligent, creative, and compassionate problem solvers, if we become entangled with our negativity, we actually turn off a lot of the neural circuitry we need to be at our best. And so the world really doesn't need our negativity. The world doesn't need our fear, our pride, our anger. What the world desperately needs, though, is our higher energetic levels. At best, the world needs our love. Now that might sound really groovy. It might sound like something you might want to sing about, but may not be applicable in real life. Well, the neuroscience is showing us that when we hold the mindset of love, when we hold a mindset of peace, we're actually able to recruit millions of brain cells that aren't available to us when we're in the survival mind. And so the choice is ours. We can choose to play a kazoo or a Steinway grand piano. We can choose to ride a moped or a souped-up Lamborghini. Pick whatever metaphor works for you. But understand that when we choose to stay in the survival mind by holding on to our negative thoughts and emotions, we're actually hurting our capacity to be of the best help possible in this world. This is why the most important skill to have is the capacity to let go of our survival mind thinking and to return to the qualities of the true self, to return to the thrive mind. So let's start. Starting with some long exhales can help settle our minds a little bit. Bringing a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then making your exhale as long as it will possibly go. Breathing out through pursed lips, and stretching that exhale as long as it will go. And then simply taking another deep breath in through the nose, and exhaling through those pursed lips. One more on your own. And then returning to normal breathing. Meditation is really about becoming expert noticers. So I invite you now just to simply pay attention to the feeling of breathing. What does it feel like high in your nostrils to breathe in? Just bringing attention to that part of the breathing. Breathing in again. And simply bringing your full attention into the sensations of breathing, as if you were a scientist, noticing all of the qualities of the experience of breathing. And now noticing how the chest collapses around the out-breath. So noticing the in-breath in the nostrils and the out-breath as your chest collapses. Again, this is just about being able to pay attention to breathing. Now your mind is going to want to wander. It might wander into what you're going to be doing later on in the day. It might start to wonder why you're practicing this right now. It might have all kinds of thoughts. And for now, the instruction is to let go of those thoughts by returning your attention into the experience of breathing. Just noticing the breathing in the nostrils and in the chest. And now we'll bring our attention into the space of our feet. Again, as if we were scientists, noticing the sensations of the feet. Are they hot? Are they cold? Are they symmetric? What do your feet feel like right now? And then bringing attention into the space of your knees. Noticing if there's clothing rubbing against your skin. And then noticing inside the joint of your knees, can you pick up any sensations there? Are the sensations symmetric? Is there any pain in your knees? Trying to find the sensation in our knees is a little bit more difficult when our knees aren't actually being used. What does the inside of the knee feel like? And then bringing the spotlight of attention into the interface of your body with the chair or your body with the floor. Where are those pressure points where the body is meeting the chair or the floor? Our only goal is to notice what's going on, to pay attention to what we want to pay attention to. Bringing attention up now into the space of the chest. See if you can pick up that heart beating. Noticing this amazing structure that beats all on its own, 24/7, keeping us alive without any micromanagement on our part. And then also noticing the lungs which work beautifully in concert with the heart, delivering fresh oxygenated blood wherever we need it. Noticing this tremendous intelligence that lives within us. Is it possible that there are other places in our lives that we can rely on this tremendous intelligence without feeling like we have to overthink everything we do? And so now let's move our attention up again, this time to the space behind the eyes and between the ears. This is the space where our thoughts like to show up. And so sometimes this space feels very peaceful and very big and very spacious. And sometimes, if you're a human, this space feels very crowded, full of thoughts and emotions that don't seem to want to settle. And that's okay. That's where most humans live much of the time. And so starting to develop the capacity just to notice these things, just to notice the thinking that's going on, just to notice the emotions that are rising. And in this space, we again pick up the breath, noticing what it feels like on the inhale in the nostrils, and noticing on the out-breath how the chest collapses. And we'll sit in silence together for another little while. And so as we wrap up this meditation, I invite you to notice something that you're grateful for. Maybe somebody who's helped you with something today, or an opportunity that's presented itself to you. And just notice where in your body you sense that sense of gratitude. Just focus on that. Make that the object of your meditation. Breathing in as if you could amplify and magnify gratitude. And remembering that we can't control all the distractions and the disruptions that are going to happen to us during our day. And we clearly can't control our thoughts or emotions. But we can start to have some agency on how we respond to all of the distractions and disruptions, even how we respond to our own thinking. And this is where our freedom lies. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.